a term that gets thrown around quite often is work-life balance. Okay, I've been guilty of this. And the thing is, when I use the term, I do mean it, but honestly, what does it mean? And is the term work-life balance simply a fad? Is it a hot kind of term to use, or is there some truth behind it?
It's definitely not a fad. The way that I would define work-life balance, I think the key word there is balance. And there are two schools of thoughts when it comes to balance within our lives, at the risk of sounding too philosophical. Um, on the one side, you have Aristotle, who was an ancient Greek philosopher and, is often considered one of the most important founding figures, the founding father, I would say, of Western philosophy, alongside people like Socrates and Plato, right? And Aristotle introduced this concept called eudaimonia, which is often translated as flourishing or well-being. And he posited that true happiness comes from balancing and moderating various aspects of your life in a virtuous way. So if we were to take that thought and we were to apply it in today's world, specifically with work-life balance, it isn't really just about scheduling or managing your time. It's about creating a life where our professional and our personal activities are aligned in such a way that they contribute to our overall happiness and fulfillment in a harmonious way. And so if you think about it like composing a piece of music, or painting a picture where every note and every brush stroke plays an important role. And so here, with this thought, work and personal life, they aren't really pulling against each other. They're parts of a whole that complement each other, right? And then on the other side, there's this perspective that sees work-life balance as a constant negotiation, right? Sort of a back and forth between the demands of our job and the needs of our personal lives. And this view is a little bit more modern and maybe a bit existential, but it recognizes that sometimes what we do for a living and what we wish we could do are in conflict. And every decision that we make about how we spend our time can be seen as a reflection of what we value, or a compromise between what is necessary and what we want or what we desire. And while I personally lean towards the idea of harmony, I think it's important to acknowledge this ongoing negotiation as a reality for many. It's not, it's not about choosing one or the other, or choosing one over the other. It's more about finding a way to integrate both to achieve a fulfilling life. Because when you're working hard in a sustainable way, which is the key word there, and you're doing something that you believe is important, it contributes to, a life well lived. So that's my thoughts on that. What about you, Nikki? What do you think it is, and what do you think is the best way for us to achieve this harmonious state where, we have this balance in our life?